These are some of the more than 1,400 children in the Wilson School District in Phoenix. They may be smiling, but for many, their future hinges on a long uphill battle. 98% qualify for free lunches. 25% are considered homeless. 75% speak limited English at best, and 60% of their parents never completed high school.
Students these days, are all at risk, in my opinion, as a school social worker. Dealing with powerful influences is the peers and gangs and drugs and those types of things.
So why are these kids smiling? There's reason to hope, thanks to Bank of America and the Wilson Coalition.
It's a group of business people that give out of their busy schedules time each month and more to come on campus and share what they can, whether it be in kind gifts. Some of them actually give funds. Most of them give their time, and that's what I think we were really looking for in the district.
The coalition is a very large group. It's a very strong group, and is totally committed to not only helping the students of Wilson Elementary, but also just raising the quality of life in the entire Wilson community.
The purpose of the Wilson Coalition is to identify the needs and the resources in the neighborhood and try to bring resources to improve the neighborhood that we all find ourselves either living, working, providing services to, or otherwise having an interest in.
This school kind of serves as a community center. It's very different from any other school I've ever been associated with. This is really the focus of the entire community, and so lots of things happen here, and a lot of the things that happen here are as a result of the coalition's involvement and leadership. The coalition is involved in helping this community help itself and helping to identify the best way to do that.
When the coalition asked its school partners, as we were forming, what investment could make the most difference in our neighborhood the most quickly, they said without question that bringing positive role models to the kids on this campus could make the most difference in the lives of these kids and consequently improve the neighborhood. So in response to this request for positive role models, Bank of America at the time adopted the 6th grade class at Wilson. And as part of that adoption, we set up committees to help these kids understand what jobs there were at Bank Card, what good jobs we have right in their own neighborhood. And we have committees that take the students on tours of the Bank Card facility. We bring them to the bank just to get them comfortable with being in a work environment.
With our coalition and through the help of Bank of America and others, we have a health clinic, we have mentoring programs, we have housing starts, we have a tutoring program, and we have another mentoring program.
Could you help me?
Those are the major components, but B of A volunteers are making a difference in many ways. Some so simple, you and I take them for granted.
I have a feeling like this would be your third piece.
They're kids. Extra pepperoni is a big deal. But delivered with the right message, it goes a long way.
Because Bank of America thinks that you guys are pretty special, and they want to get to know you, and they want to treat you guys to a fun time.
Patricia, espérate, estoy pasando la lista.
Last Saturday, we took the 8th grade and the 4th grade to the IMAX theater. And those kids, probably half of them had never been to a theater before. And it's just a good feeling to be able to give that kind of thing back to these kids.
LaTanya! Ah, what a smile.
Never seen so many happy kids in one place at one time. That's the ultimate payoff.
Christmas for these kids came thanks to Bank of America employees who pulled angels from a tree at Bank Card, bought gifts requested by children they didn't know, and made a difference.
I wish everybody that contributed a gift could have been here today. Because to see the kids open the gifts and the smiles and hugging Santa Claus, and it's just great.
Does everybody know Jingle Bells?
Yeah!
Good and loud on 3. I want to hear it. 1, 2, 3.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
You don't have to miss the next special moment. Join your fellow Bank of America employees in banking on the future.
I work at Bank of America now, and I work in their marketing department. Do you guys know what credit cards look like?
It can be as easy as answering questions about your job at a career fair.
So I have to do a lot of writing, so that means I have to be really good in English. But then I also had to take computer classes, and you're taking computers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are the computers pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah?
My involvement is to come and talk to the 7th and 8th graders, the junior high students, and discuss careers with Bank of America. I usually just talk about the details about my job, but since I've been in banking for so long and have worked in so many departments, I let them know that there are many jobs other than just being a teller and stuff. So I speak to them in both English and Spanish, and basically that's about it. I do think they listen to me a little bit more. I tell them that I attended, Wilson Elementary School, and how important it is to get good grades and to stick with it and to not give up. And there were times where I did want to give up and where maybe my grades dropped a little bit, but I got back on the bandwagon and I stuck with it, and it really pays off, and that's why I'm doing the job that I am doing today.
I try to take some time to meet with these kids and tell them about the different types of jobs that we have that can match up with their skills. Just kind of spark some interest in things that kids might want to do, and then to teach them how the more education they have, the easier it is to move ahead in those jobs, and the better the job, the more money they have.
A room full of kids may not be your cup of tea, but you still have something to offer. Trust us.
I had no idea what I could do. I just knew that I had some time and I had an interest in doing something with the kids.
Bob's software program is the driving force behind a rewards program on the Wilson campus.
The children earn points for grades and attendance and good citizenship. They spend those points at the school store.
Each student gets a statement, very similar to a bank statement, that shows how many points they have earned, how many they have left, and shows them the importance of saving.
600 points left.
Is that saved?
Huh?
This is mine. I want to save that.
700? Yeah. Okay. I saved them automatically.
When the photo historian position came open, I jumped up and said, I can do that, because that's what I do. I take pictures.
Still other jobs are behind the scenes. The kids and the community may not see you, but they will see your work when it's done.
In general, it doesn't matter if you want to donate a lot of time like I do. There's a lot of things to be done that require 20 minutes once a month or once a quarter. Even just volunteering to find some freebies that we can put in the school store. The time can go from 5 minutes to 5 hours. It really suits the person.
I have an office at Wilson School, and that's where I'm based out of, and I run a school-based mentoring program. The agency that I work for is Valley Big Brothers Big Sisters, and my position is sponsored and supported by Bank of America. And I pair up Wilson School 8th grade and 4th grade students to adult mentors from Bank of America.
Bank of America employees have all volunteered to be mentors at the school district. Currently, we have 150 members from Bank of America that mentor our kids, that one-to-one relationship that we know makes a difference in kids' lives.
Oh, look at that, yeah!
We all know that a significant one can change the way kids act, achieve, and behave themselves, both in school and out of school.
They've bonded very, very well with their mentors. It's very nice because it gives the student a chance to be out beyond their family.
I like it, and I don't have to be real involved. I'm not his parent. I don't want that role, but I can help, and that's what we try and do.
I love working with kids, and I've worked with kids through my church and other organizations, but when you're having that one-on-one impact, that's where you see the greatest actual payoff in, lower number of kids dropping out of school, lower number of teen pregnancies, lower number of kids going to jail, to be quite honest with you, and so that actually has the best payback.
I have 2 grown daughters that are out of college, and when this opportunity came up, I said, hey, here's a good chance for me to give something back to the community. And the bank really made it easy, and really, if it hadn't been for the bank's participation in providing coordinators and telephone numbers to call for appointments and things, it would probably be really tough with the tough schedule that we have here at the bank. But I was able to adopt a little brother, and it's been a real good relationship for both of us, I think.
They also provide leadership things, interpersonal skills, how to basically say no to drugs, to gangs, a lot of moral support.
The children have learned to associate Bank of America as their friend. You know, whenever I mention, you know, your mentor works at Bank of America, their eyes light up and they're very excited because they've been over there and they've seen the work environment, they've seen where these mentors come from, and there's a special connection that has taken place.
And that connection is far from one-sided.
She has taught me to laugh and to be, not really to laugh, but to take things a lot easier, you know, not to be so rushed, not to be so business, not so worried about, you know, everyday problems.
Sometimes it is sort of difficult to describe. I guess it's just a feeling like you're making a difference with an individual and even with an individual's family.
I think the future is with the children, so, and a lot of these kids with the Wilson School, some of them are coming from single-family homes and things like that, and so it just gives me an opportunity to put back into, you know, a little bit back into the environment, and even if I can do just a little in someone's life, I think that's rewarding for me.
They just need you, and they need you to break the cycle, and you can do that by just getting involved in whatever way you can.
That's what it's all about, you know, is sharing, you know, these types of persona and charisma, and creating a spirit of change and hope versus hopelessness and apathy, and providing encouragement and support and direction and guidance.
It's really been good for them because they have somebody they can talk to on the side as a friend, somebody they can look forward to and discuss certain things about that they would not normally discuss with myself or other staff. So, and that part is a positive.
For a lot of these kids, that's the only real positive, significant adult in their life that is consistent with them, pays one-to-one attention to them, listens to them, and will really make a difference for them.
When they tell you that they're having a great time or that they've learned a lot from you, it just makes you want to get back in line and do it all over again.
I love Bank of America for making this investment in me, for making this investment in its employees by giving them an opportunity to volunteer and make a difference in our own neighborhood. And I love Bank of America for investing in its neighborhood. It's making a difference.